Star Trek Familiar Old Worlds Season 4 premieres July 23rd on PP. And of course, they got a new trailer, shows stuff. And it looks like they're putting more of an emphasis on Kirk still, because they had hoped they could do a spinoff, Star Trek Year One. Well, that's not happening because their one selling point was, hey, we've got all these sets. Well, those have been sold off, so there you go. PP announced a new season will debut globally on Thursday, July 23rd. The fourth season will run for 10 episodes. Wow, 10. Remember the old days when you'd get damn near 30, but, it's all they can afford, really. And in the case of Secret Hideout Trek, that's really for the best. Might have been better if they'd just done 5. I think the final season 5, will only be, 5 or 6 episodes? So, yeah. So anyway, they did the announcement at the WhateverCon CCXP Mexico. And just about everybody was there saying, hey, guess what? We got more Star Trek on the way. So there you go, Rebecca Romaine, Ethan Peck, Celia Rose Gooding, and Paul Wesley. No Anson Mount, huh? Yeah. So anyway, Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4 brings the USS Enterprise crew back for more adventures under, not really Captain, Chef Christopher Pike. Yeah. According to the official description, the new season follows the Enterprise crew as they head to Strange New Worlds. Maybe they actually will this time. Now, look, all right, they finally went to one kind of, sort of, last season. But an awful lot. It's just trying to redo old stuff that had happened before. And then the rest was just soap opera stuff. And then them trying to be funny. And they weren't. Face inner demons. Already done that. Deal with outside threats. Well, yeah, all right. You can expect that. All right. Meet new characters. Well, how about that? Reunite with familiar faces. Well, and confront terrifying aliens. Well, are they going to ruin the aliens that we already know from Star Trek lore like they did to the Gorn and turn them into xenomorphs? Yeah, probably. They did do that enemy mine plot with, what's her name, Torres, But it was all very predictable, So, I can't say it was a terrible episode. It really wasn't. But it's just them ripping off plots previously. And then this whole thing that it predates Kirk's encounter with the Gorn. Because the Federation didn't know what the hell the Gorn were about. And of course, you have to go with, this is its own continuity. It has nothing to do with original Trek. So Star Trek Year One wouldn't even make sense as a title, But anyway, it's not happening. PP also says the season will continue the show's hopeful tone. Hopeful. Well, I mean, they don't take it seriously, and they're all kind of silly, so I guess there's nothing to worry about. With the crew trying to embrace a bright future while facing danger across the stars. Yeah, okay. Well, the teaser for Strange New Worlds was revealed. Yeah. Rebecca Romaine, yeah, they were all there. You already said that. The teaser release also confirms PP is beginning the promotional push for the new season ahead of its July. Well, yeah, that's what you do. So there's Kirk and his brother. Crap, I can't even remember if this is from the trailer. If this, I don't know. Is this from an earlier episode? It doesn't matter. Anyway, there they are. Anyway, yeah, they arrived. They're taking down the set. Sorry, Kirk, it's over. It's kind of like the Saturday Night Live parody that Belushi did, Anyway, season 4 stars, well, everybody, And Carol Kane and Paul Wesley return as guest star, yeah. Well, the series is produced by CBS Studios. Secret Hideout and Roddenberry Entertainment, because, well, you just have to. Now, this particular shot here, it is a bit evocative of the old styles of how the sets looked. Like, now this is all green screen stuff now, but I mean, I don't know, it almost kind of sort of captures it. Especially like the first two pilots, where they had a bit more, you know, production quality and stuff. And you weren't going to see that kind of quality after that, but, you know, money was tight. But it does sort of almost, it's kind of sad, you know, some of the aesthetics. But they just couldn't apply it to an actual Star Trek show. It's a shame, you know. And her in particular, I don't like the idea that you got Khan's granddaughter in the cast and all that crap, or great-granddaughter, whatever she is. Well, she's not that bad of an actress. She's actually pretty good. She's had a couple of episodes, and it's just a shame. You know, you get wasted on stupid stuff, you know. It's unfortunate, but you know, the objective view and everything, maybe she'll find something better, you know. Well, what are you going to do? Anyway, Akiva Goldsman and Henry Alonzo Myers serve as co-showrunners. So, I don't know, they just, every other episode is there, that kind of type of thing, you know. I mean, it's 10, so Akiva gets 5 and Henry gets 5. Maybe that's how they do it. Oh, look, Alex Kurtzman is executive producer. Yeah, that'll help. And then all these other guys. So you can catch up if you've missed out, because the previous seasons are all available on PP. So get on PP and experience Strange New Worlds. So, well, there you go. Yeah, more of that. So, yeah, that's the only question. Will there be an okay or even maybe even almost good episode? Because, well, so far they've really only had one. They had one that was interesting, which was the time travel episode with Kirk and Lady Khan. And I'll give them that one. The Lotus Eaters episode is their closest one to an actual Star Trek episode. And then, you know, there's just so much stupid that gets in the way with the others, that if there was any hope for anything of it, because once they ripped off Alien for the Gorn, good Lord. And it's too bad, because there again, some of the aesthetics, they look cool. You had this downed starship, you know, on the planet and all that, and you know, you could have done something with that. And you could have even done it as a Gorn episode, especially since I've always accepted this as an alternate timeline. And yeah, this isn't going to fit with continuity and all that stuff. It just won't. But you could accept it as that, and then, well, you know, he did this. It was a monster show, and it was great. It was good. Except it wasn't, because you don't even try to make it your own. You know, you just, hey, let's do Alien. Or Aliens, rather. It's kind of how they borrowed more from that, I guess. But anyway, it's stupid stuff like that. And then when they actually, well, look, let's not steal from other sci-fi stuff. Let's steal from Star Trek itself. Yeah, but you don't even know how to do that. You know, it's just kind of sad. Yeah. Oh, well, anyway, they got another season coming, and then the final one will follow that. And, well, that's pretty much all she wrote for Secret Hideout era of Trek.